Hello guys, welcome to Jeff's Garage Adventures. You like tools? This is your channel. I do lots and lots of tool reviews, mostly middle of the road, also some low and high end as well, and occasionally some car tech tips and repairs. We were in the middle of a flare nut wrench set series, but I'm going to get out of it for this video. Sometimes I do that. I bounce around a little bit. Crom. Crom is in the house today. Crom is a sponsor. I'm always pretty transparent about that. I always let you guys know if the tool wasn't bought by me. They've been a sponsor for quite a while. I think well over a year. Crom is in the house. These are pretty interesting. These are the 4-in-1 SAE reversible box end ratcheting wrench set. It's a two-piece set. It's 12 point. It is 72 tooth. Each wrench has 4 sizes on it. They're made in Taiwan. They are not junk. They're around $35 on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And I just set up a code, 15% off of that. The code I think should be today. You can get another 15% off of that. That's a pretty damn good price. Crom is in the house. Let's take a gander. The two-piece 4-in-1 SAE reversible box end ratchet wrench set, 12 point. One wrench, this wrench here has got 5/8 and 9/16 on one end, 11/16 and 3/4 on the other. That wrench is 9 inches long. The smaller wrench has 5/16 and 3/8 on one end and 1/2 inch and 7/16 on the other. That wrench is 6 inches long. They are both reversible. There is their website. How is their warranty? I hear it's pretty decent. I never heard anything bad about it. I never had any warranty in their products out, myself personally. Made in Taiwan, which is all of their stuff, I do believe. It's got the full polish. These are not bad. These, to me, scream mobile mechanic all day long, where time and space is money. A mobile mechanic, your road pack all day long. Essentially, you got 2 wrenches with 8 sizes. Pull it up to the camera here. Crom is in the house. Let's take a gander. Quality built to last. ID markings are nice, stamped very, very deep. Here's the back side. There is their brand, Crom. ID markers again, stamped very deep. We got the reverse lever. There is no offset. I would think one thing off, what I look at right away is these would have a hard time getting in a tight spot. That may be one of the few negative things I can say about it. If you were in a tight spot, here is a, let's grab a 1/2 inch here. Apples to apples. Here's a 1/2 inch. And here's a 1/2 inch reversible, other brand, just one size, one wrench. You can see that might be an issue. If you were in a tight area, that could be an issue. I always tell like I see it. I'm always honest with you guys, regardless if the tools were given to me or not. So let's take a look at this. 72 tooth, that's a sweet spot. No binding, no skipping. This is an unboxing. I just got them 4 days ago, but I already used the smaller wrench. I went in a road call, and I use it to remove a battery. Reverse lever works pretty smoothly. It does not stick up at all. Again, there's no offset on these. So let's put a fastener on the 3/4 size. I'll show you the inside of that first really, really well. This is a great, great concept, and I know other brands make these. This is Crom's version. I'm not sure if they got the metric set out yet. I haven't heard they have. I don't know. They're a fairly new company, and they're constantly adding new items as we speak. There you go, 12 point. You can see how it is. It's got 2 sizes on each end. That's crazy for a ratchet wrench. It's great, though. You have 2 wrenches and 8 sizes. I do love that concept all day long. Let's see how it fits in there. Fits in there pretty good. Not a lot of play. They do got some back drag. They are brand new. They're not broken in yet. That's a 3/4. No binding or skipping. Let's try the 5/8. I got a fastener for the 5/8. Here's the 5/8. That's an interesting concept altogether. Yeah, so you got 2 sizes. That's not a bad price when you add that discount on there. Here's the 5/8. No binding or skipping. You can see how it stops. It won't go all the way through because that side's bigger than the other side. If you had a 9/16 in there, it would go through. If you went in this side, it would go through, but not the 5/8 because you're going from big to small. So that's as far as it will go through, but you can see it pretty much encircles the fastener pretty well. Again, I would think the only problem you'd have with these would be for the in a real tight area. And the other thing I would think of is okay, you got the reverse lever. I can see it there, and that's fine if you're on the 5/8 side. But if you had it flipped over and you're using the say 9/16 side, now the reverse lever is on the other side, that may be an issue in a tight area. You know, you wouldn't make it. You might have a hard time reversing direction. Just my thoughts. Let's go grab the smaller one. The smaller one's got the 3/8 and the 5/16 and the 1/2 inch and the 7/16. This is 6 inches long. Again, it's 12-point box. You can see it there. There's a reverse lever up close. That works pretty good. I used this one the other day on taking a battery out of a truck. This is the ratchet I brought up. Here's the 1/2 inch. I love the concept of this, having this many sizes in 2 wrenches. Pretty smooth, grabs the fastener pretty well. I'm not seeing any issues there. It won't go through because, again, you got the bigger size going through the smaller size. It won't go all the way through. But if you take the 7/16, got the 7/16 in there now, it will go through because the other side's a bigger size. Just thought I'd throw that in there. I think they got a lot of good things going for them. I think the only negative thing, like I said, would be probably if you got a real tight area. But in general, a lot of ratchet wrenches, you know, some don't work good in tight areas. And if you had the reverse lever on the bottom, it may be an issue, again, in a tight area. But if you're not in a tight area, I think they'd be definitely would work really, really well. And they got a lot going for it. Like I said, you got eight sizes there, guys. That's crazy. I like the 72 tooth. I like the 12-point. I like that they're made in Taiwan, and they're going to give you 15% off. I think that's a pretty good price. I will do a follow-up with this probably 6 months after use, but I've already used the smaller one, and I can say it comes in handy. I had a road call. It was only a battery I was taking out, but I only grabbed the 1 wrench. So that was pretty nice. It was only up the street. I said, I only need 1 wrench. What is it, 1/2 inch? I think it's either 1/2 inch or 7/16, he says. It's all right. So I brought up this, and the guy's looking, and he goes, that's crazy. How many sizes? I said, that's 4 different sizes. I never saw anything like it, he says. Yeah, it's pretty cool, hey? He goes, yeah. And that's how I took his battery out. That was all I took. All right, guys. That's it for today, and we'll go back into the flare nut wrench set series. I might do one later on today. I got a set coming today in Milwaukee. All those sets I've shown you so far, I haven't used any of them. Were bought for the series, but we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, and you're going to see the ones I use. I only use 3 different sets or brands with my line wrenches, but worth a look, decent price with a 15% off, being made in Taiwan. Great, versatile set. I think it'd be a great buy. All right, guys, take care.